different factory or
that's,
different company.
That's some Illuminati.
But
what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very, very, very special episode of Hype Talk. And like always, we got big boy Johnny.
What it do?
We got TANG, GABE, Pretty Rico.
What up, y'all?
And Sky Pilot has just exited the building. Shout out to him. And today we are gonna be going over, has Adidas and the whole Yeezy thing fallen off, all right? I saw a post recently and some people were debating. I thought it would be cool for us to talk about it. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
I'm gonna let y'all sound off, man. Has Adidas and the whole Yeezy craze fallen off, all right?
Man, I'm gonna have to say Adidas definitely is not, man.
Wow.
I love seeing all the V2 colorways coming out. And the one thing I do like about them is that the V2 resale price is definitely a lot lower.
That is true, that is true.
Which gives you more money to spend on things like, you know, like BOGO shirts and stuff like that.
Sorry, that's where you gotta cue the pew, pew, pew.
You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't get the turtle doves and get the shirt. Things are still selling out. They could pump out as many Yeezy colorways as they wanted to.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to swing this one over to Johnny and then I'm gonna go after you, man. Go ahead, bro.
I really feel like they are not hot no more. I just don't see anything really special coming out with Adidas right now.
No, you do not.
I don't see anything that's wowing me anymore.
But just to bring up to your side, when it comes to announcements though, they have announced the 4Ds.
You know what, man? I don't know. Richie, you tell me what you think about it, man.
It is a for sure that they are falling off. All right, come on. There is a feeling you used to get.
What?
Used to get when you rocked Yeezy's.
Let me tell you something.
And you don't get that feeling anymore.
Let me tell you why. When you used to go to the outlet, Adidas outlets, you would never, ever see Ultra Boost. I went there literally 2 days ago, and there's 3 pairs. I just don't see something since Boost that made me like, wow, Adidas is so hot.
You know how I know you meant that? You know why? Because you went Boost. Back to my point, man. You do not get that same special feeling with Yeezy's. For whatever price point that these people are buying Yeezy's for right now, there are tons and tons of sneaker alternatives that you do get more bang for that buck.
For me, if things are still selling out, you know, then to me it's still hot.
Okay,
it's still fresh, you know what I'm saying? Adidas is literally just taking advantage of all of us that just still are on the Yeezy hype. I understand that, you know, there's a lot of colorways coming out. I understand there's ugly ones coming out, but it's still gonna sell out because of the name.
You like the selling out aspect of it. You're saying if it's selling out, it's still hot.
Question. You mentioned Yeezy, you mentioned Adidas. Yeah. You take Yeezy out of the equation.
Okay.
Are they still popping?
Wow.
Are they still gonna sell out?
That's a heavy question, bro.
I said no.
Okay.
And I said that Adidas is taking advantage of the hype of Yeezy.
Okay.
This thing reminds me kind of Harden. You know, Harden is really, really hot right now. MVP candidate, he's balling, he's killing. A lot of kids like him. Without Harden, that shoe, the volume ones are nothing. They're weak. I think Adidas knows what they're doing as far as, you know, taking the celebrity or the athlete and just riding the wave.
That is a very good point because bringing up celebrity endorsements actually makes companies tons of money. Yeah. Did you know Puma recently made like $95 million off Rihanna?
Honestly, Puma's not that bad.
They're not.
I mean, they got Meek Mill.
I want to say they have fell off. They are falling off. I feel like Nike is definitely still jabbing back.
Well, they need to strike while the iron's hot.
What's up, Sky? Wrapping up my point, I just don't think the feeling is the same when you're rocking Yeezys anymore. When you see people rocking them, it's like, it's not even a special thing. We have made our points. You know, you say they're falling off. I think they are falling off. You say they haven't fell off. With that being said, what do you foresee for the future and what could be the new hotness?
Big baller brand.
Holla at your man.
Woo! Let's talk about that. The ZOs, man. ZO2s, man.
I know it's funny. There's a lot of memes going on. The price point came out, it was crazy. But a good point that that was brought up was Dr. Dre. When he came out with Beats by Dre, it was $400. Pure, this is crazy.
That is true.
And now Apple done bought them out. LeBron done endorsed them.
I like the whole idea of what that baller brand actually represents. You know, independent companies coming up. And I feel like it is not just sneakers right now that kind of mimic that game plan.
What if this whole thing is like a scheme, like, you know, the big baller brand is really made by Nike or Adidas, just on a different you know, factory or different company.
That's some Illuminati.
But maybe the start of, hey, let's put big baller brand out there. Let's see if we can mark the retail price to $500. If that works, retros will be cost costing $400 to $500.
I think this man got a degree in marketing, man. That was pretty good theory.
I don't think it's gonna be that. Why can't the whole game of sneakers be similar to what clothes are? There's a lot of independent brands right now eating when it comes to clothes. Why is it that sneakers are always Nike or Adidas? You know what I mean?
I think he took a risk.
Yeah.
And it's gonna pay off. Depending on how Lonzo Ball does in NBA, because I feel like with Steph Curry's shoes sales going down recently, like we heard, it's because they lost the finals last year.
Someone was saying if Lonzo is an all-star or gets Rookie of the Year or not, LeVar is a genius.
Oh, yeah,
if he is a flop, LeVar is an idiot.
Yeah. Steph Curry, you know, you thought 2-time MVP, but once something, you know, taints that legacy a little bit, the brand goes slightly, you know, falling down.
Alright guys, thank you for checking out the debate on if Adidas is falling off. Let us know down in the comments below if you guys think they are falling off or if you guys think they are still on that top tier. Alright? And that's pretty much it. Shout out to Big Boy Johnny. Shout out to Tang. And until next time, we out.
Peace!
Alright guys, thank you for checking out that video. Make sure you guys check out this video. Also check out this video. Please leave down in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are on this debate. And until next time, we out.
Peace!